Hello everyone, today I'll compare the GAN 15 Maglev and the GAN 16 Maglev Max. Let's start off by comparing the packagings. As you can see, the packagings of the GAN 15 Maglev and the GAN 16 are pretty similar, probably because GAN took inspiration from his own packaging of the GAN 15 when making the 16. So both cubes have a card right here, and moving on to the exact sheet box. The GAN 15 has a GAN logo on it, with a GAN bag, which is blue, a card of how to use the GAN, and we also have nothing. And for the GAN 16, we have this black GAN bag, the adjustment tube, and also a card of how to use the GAN 16. And also, guess what? Actually, in the GAN 15, there is an adjustment tube right here, which I actually took it out of the exact sheet box, and that's why you didn't see it on the packaging. So this is the tube for the GAN 15, along with this one. And yeah, let's move on to the boxes. On the left is the GAN 15, and on the right is the GAN 16 Maglev Max. As you can see, the GAN 16 has a new sticker right here, which says, "Do not foul and disassembly the magnets." So yeah, both have this kind of like magnet capsules right here. And for the GAN 16, anyway, for the GAN 16, we have this also magnet capsules, which, yeah, as you can see, they're pretty similar. They're pretty similar right here. So moving on to the cubes themselves, we have the GAN 16 right here and the GAN 15. So by comparing the color schemes of the two, the color schemes, you can pretty much regard them as the same color scheme. Or the GAN 16 has a more vibrant color scheme. But anyway, they are pretty much the same. But what is different though is the color of the GAN logo. As you can see, the GAN logo of the GAN 16 is more vibrant. The saturation of the GAN 16's logo are higher. So as you can see on the right, there is GAN 16. The blue is more saturated right here. And I know this is not like a mistake in making the GAN logo. Like, this doesn't vary between different kinds of GAN cubes. This logo is purposely make it more saturated because I know that GAN has changed its logo on the like Chinese platform, I guess, to a more vibrant logo. So this is on purpose to make more vibrant. So yeah, now let's compare the corner cuttings. This is the GAN 15, 45. Oh, not even 45 degrees, but anyway. Reverse corner cut 9 to 9 and over 9 to 9. So this is the GAN 16 Maglev Max, 45 degrees, over 45 degrees. Reverse corner cut 9 to 9, over 9 to 9. Yes, it's just cuts every single wear. It cuts everywhere. Like full corner cutting on the GAN 16. So let's do the turnings. The GAN 16 has a more like first of all, both cubes have a very airy feel, which is the basics. Like GAN cubes starting from like GAN 11 and Pro have airy feeling cubes. So from 11 all the way to 16s, the airy feeling still exists between GAN cubes. Like the GAN 15 is sort of like more crispy compared to the 16. 16 has a similar feeling to Moyu cubes because of the design right here. Like the design of the GAN 16 is literally changed in terms of piece designs. And moving on to the specifications, the GAN 15 Maglev is 56 millimeters. It weighs 60 grams. And the GAN 16 Maglev Max is 56 millimeters. It weighs 67 grams. So yeah, now let's take a look at magnet adjustment systems. On the 16, there's like no sorts of systems in the pieces, but in the 15, there is also no systems. So both cubes have adjustable magnets, by the way. The magnet adjustability is located inside the corner. So as you can see, inside the corner, there's like these adjustment systems, which you can, of course, pull off the rods and replace it with lighter or stronger magnets, which are located in the box. So yeah, now let's take a look at the center caps. This is the tool used to take off the GAN 50 Maglev center caps. Press this button right here and it just takes off. However, in a GAN 16, we can just take it off by hand, or we can use this tool to take it off. So there are two options, but in a GAN 15, you cannot take the center cap off by hand. Well, you sort of can, but you would damage all your fingernails, and it is not guaranteed to open the center caps, or the center cap will be damaged. So there's literally no way to open the center cap by hand in the GAN 15. Moving on to the Magnum customizability options. The GAN 16 has more customizabilities, as you can see right here. It says 12. Did you see that? Chat, did you see that? There's 12. Did you see the number 12? There's literally 12 settings in the larger gear right here. However, in the GAN 15, there are only 6 settings, and also the cards are very, very difficult to see right here because of the entire gear is blue. You know what I'm saying? In the GAN 16, there is black ink with the white gear, so it makes a lot of contrast, so you can see it perfectly. It's clearly visible for human eyes. However, this is very, very hard to see the numbers, so we can adjust both the elasticities and also the tangents. Yes, we can adjust these two settings in the center caps. So, and yeah, let's talk about the magnets. The GAN 16 Maglev Max has more magnets than GAN 15, primarily because there's added magnets between the center caps and also the edges, as shown in here. This has a magnet, and also the center cap in this, there is also a magnet. So there's 24 more magnets in all the center caps, because 6 times 4 is 24. And you can know that there's also 24 more magnets on the edges, because it's a 1-to-1 interaction between magnets. So anyway, that is why the GAN 16 Maglev Max is 7 grams heavier than GAN 15 Maglev, but I don't really care because I cannot feel 7 grams. And also 60 grams is just probably too light. I actually prefer 67 grams cubes, because 6-7, yeah. The GAN 15 Maglev and the GAN 16. GAN 15, GAN 16. And also, let's talk about the new designs of the pieces. So the GAN 15 has a very normal piece design, starting from the GAN 12, I guess, because the GAN 12 has holes in the corners. So yeah, just typical piece design from GAN 12 to GAN 15 are the same. However, in the GAN 16, there's a major change in the piece design. It just sort of reminds me of more UQs, because there's this sort of bulged up center caps in here, the center piece, and also in the edges there's sort of concave design here, a concave hole right here, which is different from the flat edge on the GAN 15. So I really like this design. This design is literally optimal. This is the 16. Yeah, now let's do some soaps on each cube. And now let's jump straight into the conclusion. The GAN 16 is just better. Just to get straight to the point. The 16 Max is better than 15 because of the new piece design. Right? This design is pretty much optimal, I guess, compared to the GAN 15. Like, the GAN 15 is sort of like crispy, which I don't like. But anyway, the only two factors in which the GAN 15 Maglev is better than the 16 Max is, like, the GAN 15 is 7 grams lighter. I don't know if you care about that, but there's the information. GAN 15, 7 grams lighter is 60 grams, and this is 67 grams. And also the GAN 15 is cheaper than GAN 16, of course. And actually, there's, like, I expect a major price jump of the GAN 16 because of the new design and also the added magnets between the center caps, and also the edges. So there are, like, more magnets and new designs, which I expect the price to be even more expensive than 15 when it just comes out. And the 15 is, like, actually not that expensive anyway compared to, like, 14. So yeah, the 16 Max is better. And I actually would consider doing some piece swaps between different GAN cubes, you know, obviously involving the GAN 16. And probably the GAN 14 Maglev Pro. I know that there's, like, this cube. That 14 Pro is a, like, modification of the GAN 14 because it just pops a lot. So yeah, just imagine what it would happen when the GAN 14 Maglev Pro's corners are put in here while, you know, still maintaining the classy GAN 16 magnet attraction between the center caps and the edges. So yeah, basically the GAN 16 with the 14 Pro's corners right here. And I guess that kit would be called the GAN 16 Pro Max. But anyway, yeah, the GAN 16 is better. It's not even close. And I'm Q for Speed. Peace out.